Hello Ironfront and WarMod fans, this is Gunter Severloh. I'm recording a video for you today to demonstrate a way to access the new tanks, vehicles, and statics from version 1.7 patch for IFA3WarMod. Currently we are in the Eden editor, and on the right we have the listing of a couple new tanks that was added in the patch. I'm just going to place one for demonstration purposes. On the Eden editor we can access these tanks. We could place them, we could access the vehicles. I'll go to vehicles here quick. You got the new vehicles, you've got APC, etc. Now, there's a problem which I want to cover in this video. Just going to delete these and go in game. What we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate a way to spawn these new vehicles, statics and weapons and so forth while in game. The current issue is you cannot spawn them with Zeus. Let's access Zeus. Right now we are in game and in Zeus. Now if you look at the top right in the menu and we look at the tanks, you can see that the tanks, the new tanks that we had in Eden Editor, are not listed. If we go to the cars, the Cubowagon with the MG42 is not listed. Either is the half track, the half track with the IFA3 on it. If you go to the Russian side, the scout car is not there. If you want the statics, the other statics aren't there. The pulk gun is not there. If you want the tanks, the new tanks, the Panzer III that was for the new tanks isn't there either. So the problem is Zeus does not access the new content. I'm going to show you how to access this new content using MCC Sandbox. Now for those of you familiar with MC Sandbox who use it regularly might already know how to do all this stuff. I just learned how to do this last night. So I'm going to show those people how to do this. First we want to access MCC, so you want to log in and get in game. And first thing you'll see is this menu, so forth. And what we want to do is we want to basically access a kind of like a 3D editor menu. And this is what we do. So what you do is you press Alt and left click on the map where you're at. And what you'll get is this kind of Zeus looking 3D view. You can move your camera around and so forth. You get the compass and this little dot in the middle of it. And this is basically what you place objects and statics and whatever with. So what we're going to do is, if you look at the top right, you'll see a menu and it says controls. You could, as it says, you could press tab and close the edit. Basically returns you here. To re-access that, press Alt and click on the map again. And you're basically where we were. What we want to do is for spawning those new vehicles, and this is in game by the way. We are currently in game. We're not in Eden Editor. We're in game, and what we're going to do is, as you can see, the next option is if you press X, you open and close a menu. So we're going to press X, and here we got on the left side MCC 3D Editor. You have faction, type, class, and so forth. What I want to do is access the German tanks first, so we have to pick our class. You have to wait for it to load. Once it loads, we'll go to type. You want to pick tracked and static. Tracked will be for the tanks. Actually, wait. To get the tanks, you have to have, let's see, Panzerwaffe, that's right. Wait for that to load. Okay. And then we go to class. Now, if you look at the list here, at the bottom is the brand new tanks that we've added in version 1.7 patch. So I'm just going to place a Panzer III-M. And then what you want to do is set the, if you want to access this tank while in game, then you're going to want to set it to empty so there's no crew in it. After that, you could add different presets to it, you know, just like kind of like what you do in Zeus. And then after that, go to the bottom where it says close and just close it. And now you can place this. Go over here a little bit, adjust the camera. To place this, as you can see on the menu on the right, to place objects you want to press space. Now before I do this, I just want to let you know that when you press space, the object will spawn like within 1 to 2 seconds after hitting space. So what you want to do is you want to move your cursor, otherwise there's going to be like a collision. So we're going to hit space and then press delete. That gets rid of the selection. Actually, I'm going to undo the spawn, redo that. X to get back to the menu. I'm just going to redo that. And then we're going to hold control to rotate the object. I'm using my middle mouse wheel to raise and lower the object. Left control to rotate it, just like I did. And then we're going to place it. So we're going to press space. Hit delete. And here we got the new tank. So we got a new tank. Let's place another one. So we have to go to X again. Press X. Pick the Panzer III. Hit close. And then press space again. Hit delete. And here your tank spawn. Press X again. And there's only 2 tanks, obviously, so now we're going to go to vehicles. And actually we're going to change to Wehrmacht and spawn the other vehicles. So I have to wait for it to load. It loads. And as you can see in the list, if you scroll down to the bottom, the new stuff will be at the bottom. I'm not going to do the Q-Wagon because it's kind of there's got a bug with it or something, I don't know. So we'll do the half track. It's empty, yes, hit close. The cool thing about this is that whatever you start out with in terms of settings, it stays that way until you change it. Like in terms of what direction these vehicles are faced in. So hit space, hit delete. And when I hit delete, that basically deletes your the selection of the object on the vehicle. Alright, we're going to place another one. And we're going to access the Russians now. So we're going to go to, let's see. Tank troops of USSR. Wait for that to load. And then put it on tracked, static. And then at the bottom of the list will be the Panzer III. Make sure it's empty, and yes, just like I said, everything remains where it is. Hit close at the bottom left. And then press space to basically place it. And here we have the new tank. For the next object, X again. Now we're going to go to, actually wait. We're going to go to Red Army. wait for it to load, and then stay on tracked and static, and you have the pulse gun and the DSHK. I'm going to place the DSHK, and yes to everything, close. Let's get closer with the camera. Kind of adjust the height, and then play, delete, and here you have the new gun. Place the pulse gun, press X. The pulse gun for some reason didn't show up right away, so what I do is just go to Searchlight and then go back to it. Oops, wrong one. Pulse gun, there we go. And press close at the bottom left. Adjust its height just a tad. Place, delete, and then we got the pulse gun. Somehow the previous thing disappears. I don't know why it does that, but I'm just going to replace it. Don't know why it does that. I'm not 100% familiar with MCC. I'm still learning things, but for the next object, we're going to go to menu again, and this time we want to go to vehicles, and we want to go to the bottom because all the new stuff is at the bottom, and we're going to spawn a Scout M3. This is the one with the changeable seats on it. Adjust its height so it's kind of on the ground. Spawn it, delete, and here you are, spawned. And adjust our camera. For the camera height, you can press Q and Z. That raises the camera up and down. I don't know the other ones, but let's hit X again. And we have, I want to go to the U.S. Army. Wait till it loads, and then we go to static, and the M2 machine gun that we added is now showing up. I close. Adjust our height a little bit. Place. Delete. Here we got the gun. We had the half track, we had that, So that's basically it. So now we just hit tab and close the 3D editor MCC and close to the MCC itself, and now we're back in game. So here we've placed all these, all the new content. I'm going to go to Zeus. It's got a better camera instead of running around and shit, but we got all the new content, and that's basically how you could do it in game. That's one way. I don't really know of any other way to get this stuff in game other than maybe getting the class names for all these vehicles and then maybe adding it through script or something, or even accessing maybe a virtual arsenal for the vehicles or something like that. Other than that, that's basically how you do it with MCC. I hope this video was informative and allows you to, create some cool missions on the fly while in game. That basically concludes the video. There's really nothing else to show you, and that was my whole objective, to show you this different way of adding this new content from IFA3WarMod patch version 1.7 while in-game using MCC Sandbox. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video.